think we're good to go live. Caught me a bit off guard tonight because I ain't got my steering wheel set up yet. I have now. So, good evening, guys. I hope everyone is well, and you joined me for a lovely ProMods stream for the first time in absolutely ages. So I'm quite looking forward to this, to be quite honest. Now, I'm going to be driving a lovely DAF XD again tonight. I was planning to stream on Kick tonight, but I haven't got Restream set up yet, so I'll have to wait for tomorrow's stream instead. However, it's not a major problem. I mean, it's only one stream, so we'll get it sorted for tomorrow. Right, so I'll get some fuel while I'm here. I don't think I need much, but I might as well fill the tank so I don't have to fill it up for the rest of the stream. Oh wow, €69. Terrence! Now, we're not taking the hat off. The hat doesn't come off. Had these conversations, it won't be removed. Right, we start in Manchester. So we'll pick a job in the freight market. And ideally, we want to go for intermodal. So let's see what we can have. Get the list for intermodal up just to make it easier. So we can get our division bonuses. Just log into the global cargo page. So intermodal is the one that always confuses me a little bit because there's some strange mods that I think are loads that are mods. Always throw me a little bit. So I need to not select. Well, I can't select them anyway because I ain't got the mod, but at least disregard those ones. Okay. Right, divisions. That's not the right one. Divisions. Here we go. Intermodal. Brake fluid. See if there's any of that. No. Guns. That's an interesting one. Exhaust systems. Salt and spices. Brett. Oil. No. Oil filters, should I say. Pet food. Plastic film rolls. No, we ain't got anything from here that's in that category. Great. Let's see. So we'll start with a... Oh, hang on. Metal cans. Not in there. No. Not in there. Hang on. No. I think we'll take a quick job to Ireland. Some ketchup. Hello, Crozzer. What SSD do you have? I have two actually. I've got a Samsung 980 Pro, I think. Is it the Evo? One of them two anyway. And I've got a solid in one, which is the one that I have the games on. The bigger one. I've got a terabyte, which is with my boot drive, and 2 terabyte for games. 15 tons of ketchup. Do love a bit of ketchup occasionally. Not very often, but now and then. Yeah, I think it's a 980 Pro then. I was trying to remember which ones they didn't have in the upper class. Yeah, it's definitely the Pro. This dash feels so low to the ground. It's unbelievable how low it feels compared to the standard height trucks. And it actually is really low to the ground as well, because I stood next to one. And literally, my head was literally about where the window is. That's how low to the ground it is in comparison to most others. Thinking of adding some more storage. I've got 1 terabyte on the Samsung 980. Yeah, you definitely need more storage if you've only got a terabyte these days. Passing the services by Warrington. The M6 in a moment. And the M56. This gun seems to be quite expensive in terms of solid state drives. I tend to find it's probably a bit cheaper to get from Amazon normally. Having said that, I did get my solid in from Scan, so I bought that at the same time as my new computer. So the Samsung I took from the old one, so all depends really. Best to shop around. Hello British Gamer Tech Guy, welcome back to the channel. The post house roundabout. The A483 towards Swansea. That's where that road goes, from Chester. Back into Wales. Why is it braking? Quite quiet right now. I know, I thought that. No Google, no Homer. It's unusual for them two not to pop in straight away. Maybe they got other things to plan for tonight. Absolute idiot. Ah, typical. This car had the same idea. Terence never streamed. Was he planning to today? I think he was, actually. Hello, Gorgle. Welcome back to the channel. Have you seen the image I sent on Terence's Discord server? I don't think I have, British Gamer Tech Guy. What was it about? He was ill. Ah. Still suffering with his cough then. I don't know whether he's told you guys, but I don't believe he's got a referral for that until about March sometime. Forget the date. He's really struggling with it. I don't think it's going to get any better without medical intervention of some description. Yeah, he's not been well now for about, must be about 6 weeks, something like that. Yeah, I think you will be having cancelled streams for a while, Razza. He's not well at all. Thing is, if he's planning to go out with anyone he knows, or people I know, I'm planning to stay away when he goes out with people, because for all we know, it could be something that's transmissible. We don't know what it is. And I'd rather not take the risk. So one of my favourite places in North Wales, Llanfairpwll. This is one of the only roundabouts on the A55. It's such a bizarre road to have a roundabout on. The North Wales Expressway, yet it has a roundabout on it. Any of you guys who are familiar with North Wales, the route number 5 between Bangor and Llandudno serves this road, and when it serves part of a stupid name place that I can never pronounce, comes back on that roundabout, turns around and heads back towards Llandudno. Heads back towards Bangor, then turns around at that roundabout there, which is quite interesting. Bizarre route. Fun route to do, particularly with Volvo buses. Oh, beast. Seems okay. Oh, hang on, what have I missed? Downloaded multiple files total to 214 gigabytes. What are you downloading, tech guy? Because he doesn't rest enough. Yeah, I think that has something to do with it. Seems okay some days. And some days he doesn't stream and says he's in bed burning up. Such a strange illness, that's for sure. He went to the movies too, yeah, he did yesterday. I say, I've got no intentions of planning any social events with him at the moment. Because to me, it doesn't sound normal. Whatever he's got isn't normal. Whether it's transmissible, I don't know. I would rather not take the risk. So I don't plan to be having any social excursions with him, put it that way. Go over the Menai Bridge. Towards that lovely place there. Llanfairpwll, Windgill, Lantraesian, Go-Go Gork, or whatever it is. Never pronounce it. I think I missed half the letters. But what's that in this one? Pretty sure he had the illness when he fixed the cooler. He didn't. He was fine then. That was about 2 months ago now. So I reckon he probably caught it around a week or two after I fitted that. So restore disk for laptops and or desktops. That's an interesting one. there was 15 to 20 people in his film. Doesn't seem much, but then again he said it was a voluntary cinema, maybe not a busy one. Well, I've attended a couple of films in that cinema Terence is referring to there. It's actually a charity-run cinema, and all the money they make in terms of profits goes back into maintaining the cinema, you know, like the building itself and what have you. Actually a charity. Quite cheap as well. Most films are around about £5.90 for an adult. Occasionally they will charge a bit more if the film producer requests more money for the film, but generally most films are about that price. So it's not bad, to be fair. I guess the people working there are basically retired people. Some of them are. There is quite a lot of people who volunteer. I don't think anyone gets paid below age. I think it is just volunteers. To my knowledge, anyway. You do have a shop in Waterloo, which is like part of Crosby. If you're not familiar with that part of Liverpool. They used to have like a shop, I think they still do, which helps obviously for proceedings towards the cinema as well. It's like a charity shop basically. I was aware it still exists. I've not been that cinema for a good couple of years or so now. I don't really tend to go there particularly often because it's quite a distance from where I am. It's quite a distance from where Terence is, to be fair, but it's a bit easier for him to get to it than it is for me. In a way. Having said that, because I'm a Sky Cinema member, obviously through Sky TV, they do a thing now through the VIP scheme where you get 2 free tickets for View cinemas each month. So whenever I go to the cinema now, if I want to watch a film, I just go to View and use one of the free vouchers. So nothing better than a free film for the cinema, right? I mean, you saw Rogue One with you in like 2016. Yeah, it was. I've seen something else there as well. But I wasn't. I don't think I was with Terence. I can't think what it was. It might have been another Star Wars film. Thinking about it. I did see the film that Harrison Ford was in around COVID. Call of the Wild there. I'll read the comments in a minute when I get onto the boat. I would not be able to perform in front of multiple people. Yeah, it is a bit of a fine art, tech guy. It's not something that I'm pretty confident in doing either. I mean, that just becomes from experience because I've not had experience in doing it. But it's one of those, isn't it? You learn how to deal with it if you have to do it, and eventually you excel at stuff like that. Apparently he doesn't like other cinemas really, as the people don't mess in this cinema once kids mess up, they're out. Well, yeah, that's it. Do you think Terence has a sickness that he can die? Because there's a lot of stuff out there that's dangerous. I don't know, to be honest, Gorgel, but it doesn't sound good. I don't know, to me it sounds like he's got some sort of like whooping cough or something like that. But I don't know for sure. To be honest, Terence has never taken his health seriously enough, and ultimately he could end up paying the price for it. So as far as I'm concerned, he should be pestering his doctors, pestering walking centres and A&E about this. It's not normal. if I'm making a video or doing a stream. Yeah, that's a bit different because you haven't got public directly facing you. That I can fully understand. I don't have a problem doing that. It's a bit different, isn't it, in that scenario? Because you have to say you haven't got public directly facing you as such. I didn't realise that left lane also turned right. There's a bit of the road layouts around here since I was last here. I mean, he's been trying somewhat. All this seems to go out his YouTube at the moment, so probably because of all these costs. Well, the thing is at the moment, obviously Terence is quite concerned that if he stops streaming and uploading as much content as he does, he might start losing subscribers, then he's going to start losing money. But ultimately, as far as I'm aware, he's still claiming universal credit, but he's also registered as self-employed, so it's a bit of one of them really, where if he chooses not to, I don't know, make content for like a month and he loses income, he'll still get paid from universal credit. So I don't really understand why he's not taking a step back, focus on his health and come back to it. You know, it's one of those where your health is your most responsible thing. It's the most important thing, should I say, in life. If you haven't got that, everything else falls apart. So he should be taking it seriously, but he's not. And fortunately, I don't think his family really care much about it either. Just my opinion, of course. I don't know for definite, but I don't get the impression they do. I know his dad doesn't because he's not well either, but that's for different reasons. So my videos are mainly time-lapse. You won't get paid a massive amount anyway, to be honest. It's only an entry to monetization. Well, that's it. So it might be beneficial for him to stop making content at the moment until he gets his health resolved. Yeah, he doesn't live with his mum. Parents are divorced, have been for some time, I believe. Don't know the ins and outs of it, but not for me to know, or for obvious reasons. But yeah, his dad isn't well, Raza. The problem with Terence has got is, at the moment, because his dad isn't well, if he, it's gonna come a cropper if he doesn't start making money fast. He's not going to be able to afford to, well, live if anything does happen. I suppose there's not much they know about it. Maybe he doesn't even talk about the illness. Maybe not. I don't know. Like you take day off weeks, years because you're not earning money right now, lol. Well, that's it. To me, at the moment, it makes no odds because it doesn't matter because I'm not making money. Obviously, if it ever comes a point where I do, things may change slightly. You know, it might come a situation where I end up being more, not necessarily reliable, but I guess doing more with it because I know I'm earning money. It's a whole different ball game when you're earning money. But at the minute, because he's got that extra backup of universal credit, he's okay. You know, there's no reason why he doesn't take a step back. As long as he declares it to the DWP that he's taking a step back, and working due to health reasons, he would get paid. You know, it's one of those. obviously for in terms of getting sick notes and stuff like that, I don't know how that works when you're self-employed. I imagine it's similar to when you're employed through a business, or an employer should I say, but I don't know, not sure how it works. I mean, his dad must pay the bills in the house, surely. I honestly don't know. I think Terence pays his broadband. I think that's about it. I don't think he pays for anything else. I think he pays for the food as well. Yeah, it's one of them, Gorgel, where really, well, just passing the cover, there's a race course there. Horse racing track. Yeah, the amount of content he produces in a weekly period, and the amount of content he's probably produced to date, he should have a far higher amount of subs than he does. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I mean, to me, it's a case of that he tries too hard, and that's where I think that's where things are just going down. But his subscriber growth has literally stalled, literally, and I don't know, something's not right. Yeah, I'm still doing the course at the moment, Quasar. Shouldn't be too much longer now before I finish all the units, probably a couple of weeks at most. It took me a bit longer than I would have liked, obviously, with the ear infection I had before Christmas, but it's one of them. I suppose these are going to be saving money by not going for that gigabyte broadband like you have. Well, it makes for interesting reading that, Quasar, because he's literally got, I think, the lowest spec broadband that Virgin Media offer in his area, which I think is about 110 megabits per second. But because he's using a Wi-Fi dongle, which is absolutely not fit for the purpose of streaming and for gaming, he's probably struggling to even hit 50 most of the time. Very annoying lane closure. So that's not fit for purpose. So he's paying for the broadband and then not utilising its full potential. It wouldn't take a lot to run a wire up the stairs in his house. It'd literally take about an hour to fit it. Maybe put it in trunking, attach it to the wall. Wouldn't take long. That's what I did with me. Here, I ran about a 25-metre cable from downstairs in my lounge all the way up into my room. It took me about 2 hours to fit it and put it through trunking and what have you, but it was worth it. But yeah, he's not utilising it, and it's a bit, in my opinion, it's a waste of money, him having that. He's not going to utilise it to its potential. And he has 1,500 subs. I know someone with 1.1k, he gets 25 likes within 10 minutes. Yeah, it's all about the content, what you produce. Personally, I think he's sort of reached a spectrum with his streams where people are bored of them. He doesn't engage with the viewers much. He doesn't sort of keep them interested in any way. I think that's where his problem lies. He hasn't gained many subs in a while now. Terence gets 10 likes in about 3 hours. That's probably about right. Surely they do like 30 megabits a second for cheaper. I don't know with Virgin, to be fair. He may do, but 9 hours point of view. Terence, how the hell does things work? It's all about the cat. So you wire your Ethernet cable from the downstairs router? Yeah, I do. But what it is I've got a modem on the wall, so a DSLAM box basically, on my wall in my living room, which goes to my BT Smart Hub, which I use for phone calls for digital voice, for your landline through obviously your fibre internet. Then I've got a cable running from that to my Asus router, which is an AI mesh system. Then I have an Ethernet cable all the way up into my bedroom that runs into a switch, which then powers another AI mesh system with Wi-Fi. That also powers my Xbox and obviously my PC. And it also will eventually, when I finally buy a cable, power my Mac through Ethernet as well. And I also have a AI mesh system on the middle floor, which powers my, well, Ethernet for my CCTV system. So it's quite an interesting system I've got set up. I've got 3 AI mesh routers basically. You're more organised than Terence. Well, I know what I'm doing, Crawl Gel, that makes a difference. Terence doesn't. Really can't be bothered parking that. I don't know why. Do you have some other provider? Yeah, I'm through BT, which will soon be EE when they finally get round to transferring every home user over to it, of course. He thinks the cat will destroy things, so I assume he wouldn't want the cable as a cat may eat it. Well, the thing is, Krazza, there's a way around that. You can use cable trunking. I've got cable trunking that runs all the way from the living room into my room. Apart from a small section on one of the staircases where I can't put the trunking in because there's just nowhere to get your hand in to stick it on the wall. So that's the only section that I don't have one. So there's a ways around that. The cat excuse is a poor one for that, in my opinion. It wouldn't be reasonable to have that as a reason for not having it cabled. Let's go to Wick. 59,000, that's a good job. My parents got 1 gigabyte internet, but my PC only can use 100 due to my Ethernet extension thing. Are you sure it is that and not your actual NIC card on your motherboard? It could be both, to be fair. How old's your Ethernet thing, whatever you call it? Hold a minute. Eh? I selected a quick job. I'm an idiot. Oh well, I'll drive this Mercedes Actros then in a basic spec. Never mind. I didn't realise I clicked quick job. I thought I clicked quick market. Never mind. Never mind. I will go back to my daft short. What idiots! I haven't done a quick job in years. Oh dear. How much does IQ does Terence have? I have no idea. No idea at all. I've got 2 cats and they don't eat pasta. Sounds like you've got well-behaved cats, Global. Does Virgin Media not serve your area? They do, but since we moved in, we've always had BT, and I've just stayed with them just because they're reliable. Things like that, basically, and I always get a good deal with them every time I recontract, so I don't feel like moving. Why change the status quo? I mean, I don't like that view at all. Awful. Feels alien driving a quick job, I'm not going to lie. But we'll do it since we've already started. I think Virgin are the best provider for speed. I could be wrong though, they don't serve my area. BT are the next best choice, I think. I have PlusNet, which I would opt for, but I'm not paying for it. Well, PlusNet's a part of BT, so They should be alright with Postnet, to be fair. They're just sort of the cheap arm of BT, basically. Not sure how old the Ethernet extension thing is. Sounds pretty old. You can only get 100 megabits per second. Definitely would consider replacing that, British Gamer. A gigabit one, if you can. Steve, drink. I actually haven't got a beverage with me tonight. I didn't pick one up. I normally have one with me, but I ain't got one tonight. I will pick one up after the end of this job, I think. Ah, great. That explains why it was slow in that left lane. You absolute arse. I reckon that was freaking Terrence that. Not let me back in. In the past I'm thinking if I did a PCIe Wi-Fi card, wouldn't be a bad thing to do if you do have a bit of a problem with Ethernet or you know, if you're quite close to the router, Wi-Fi wouldn't be a major issue. Just got Wi-Fi included on my motherboard. It's the easiest thing to do, and then use the antennas. Well, I've got Wi-Fi as well, but I thought, well, considering I've still got an Ethernet cable here, I might as well use that, and then use Wi-Fi as backup. I still have the Wi-Fi antenna plugged in, just for ease of use in the event that I need it. But Ethernet wires typically are quite reliable; they don't tend to break, so. Good. Hello Brick Forever 1000, welcome to the channel. Sounds like a new face, I think. Nah, because why do people who say life is boring never throw bricks at homeless people? Like, really, you're the one to blame here. It's a fair comment. My main PC does not have 3.0 support on USB. Oh yeah, I forgot to change my title. I completely forgot to change that. Well, I'm an idiot. I was going to pull over, but I can fix it while I'm here. As long as I don't crash into a barrier, of course. I didn't notice, actually. To be fair. I don't know why I didn't. It's fixed anyway. Sorry, Gorgel, thank you. It's a bit bold, that, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I thought that, Grasser, but it's engagement. I'll leave it. Yeah, I think what happened is, for some reason, the stream went live on OBS, but then I couldn't start it, so I had to close it and restart the application. Quite funny, to be fair. But he didn't remember when I set it up the second time, and I didn't notice it, so I don't know. I think it was just OBS throwing a wobbler. It's been alright again recently, past couple of streams, so I don't know. Maybe they finally fixed whatever the problems we're having with it. I need to take a look at that Restream software tomorrow. As if there's a place in Ireland called Kill. What a random place name. I know you can stream through OBS on that, or you can use their own website. So I want to see what their own website offers before I make a decision how I'm going to do it. I was going to have a look before I streamed earlier this afternoon, but I didn't get round to it. I may have a look after this stream, to be fair. Left spur of the M50. I'm happy you're not obsessed with like and subscribe every 5 minutes. There's no point, Google. It doesn't get you anywhere. If people really want to like and subscribe, they will without you telling them. Found a motherboard. If I have the money, get it, but requiring to get a new case for it. Is it a, have you only got a small Micro ATX case or something like that and you need a bigger case because it's an ATX or something, I assume? Who's just messaged me? Somebody has. I think it might be about Terence. Pull over and have a quick read of it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. It's just somebody, one of his friends messaging me about him. I don't know whether they've seen him today or what, I don't know. Or apparently Terence is supposed to be going out tomorrow. I don't think he's streaming tomorrow. But he seems to convince that he's well enough to go out. Good response. I don't know, I still think it could be contagious in some way, or possibly transmissible. I don't know why, I just feel like it might be. Yes, Skull Jelly does. Oh, you know that because he went to cinema yesterday. guess I'm not winning that fight. So, I don't think so. No. I don't know for definite if it is or isn't, but I mean, it could be. I mean, there's every chance it could be. That's why I don't want to be near him. Yeah, I won't be going, Bowser, if he does go out with anyone. I don't know if it is or not, but I don't know, I don't want to take the risk. Not worth it. I'd hope so, Gorgel. I would certainly hope so. No, we don't. Shaking hands. I think that was something that got left behind after, during COVID. I don't think anyone does that anymore. Single automated toll beam, that's annoying. Very good, Gorgel. I think everyone shakes hands with that at some point. Well, if you're male anyway. And I can't remove it, oh. No, you can't. Finger driving is not a good idea. When he went to Terrence's house, did you see him washing his hands? No. Because his bathroom's literally on one side of the house and his office is on the other. So, no. Kids don't text and drive. I should hope kids don't have a mobile phone. Quite a few times, Gorgel, actually. I think I had some antibacterial spray with me. And I washed them when I got back to the train station in Liverpool. And then I washed them again when I got home. 3 times, basically. Even drink and drive. Nope, that's not a good idea. Ah, just coming towards Northern Ireland. Just crossing the border now, pretty much. Who remembers when he broke his bed? I do. It's a wonder he didn't frickin' break his back doing that. Steering feels a lot lighter tonight than normal, which is not something I'm used to. Definitely not used to lighter steering. Not changed any settings though, so. Thanks for tuning in, British Gamer Tech Guy. I've got a question. I don't like the sound of this. Go on. I'll have to wait for another comment to appear before I answer that. Ah, there we go. Why does Terence's wheel got broken? Like the wheel is white, then black and scratched. I see what you mean. So basically what it is some of the leather effect on the wheels come off. So that's the reason. It doesn't affect the actual ability to use the wheel in any way. It's just like the leather effect on the actual wheel itself. You could buy like a steering wheel cover, but you'd have to get it custom made because the wheels are obviously smaller than they are in a car, so, or whatever other vehicle you would want to drive. So you can't get any of those, so you'd have to get one custom made. You could do that, to be fair. Wouldn't be an issue, but it's where you get them done. Hello Sia Bongo, welcome back to the channel. That hasn't happened to me yet. Oh, his wheel works, Krazza, but it's starting to show its age now. That one. Oh, you had it before. Well, yeah, exactly. Why does Terence have a bike in his room? At one time, I would have you believe, you probably won't believe me, but he used to quite often, when he was a lot younger, do a lot of cycling. He did he cycled from his house to, I think, Kirby one time, which is about, I don't know, probably about 10 miles from where he lives. Some sort of tour or something. I think it was Kirby anyway. Somewhere up that way. Sure it was. But it was like early morning, so we couldn't get there. unless he made his own way. Something like that anyway. And then since then it's just sat there. It needs a lot of work, that bike. Hell of a lot of work. Put it this way, I wouldn't say it was road legal. How old's your new wheel? It's probably about 2 years old now. Something like that. Give or take. I'm not far off. Definitely over a year anyway. Might not be quite close to 2. What kind of wheel are you using? The G9C3, yeah, that's the one. Why is it not road legal? Well, he's got no intention to use it again, I don't think. Is it possible to increase the traffic in your game? Because it seems like you're alone. It can be done. It requires either the use of mods or changing the game code. It's one of those really where I don't really mind the current traffic level, to be fair. Ah, yeah, you can do it in here, can't you, I believe? I think you can, anyway. I think it's in here. I know you can do it in the game code as well. Is it in here? Sure, I've seen it at some point. Having said that, I don't tend to delve in these areas very often. No, under escape. Well, that's what I'm pressed. And it just brings you back to that menu. Or is it the... Ain't that. Not a major problem anyway. Under escape. Near 1. Oh, is it like the icon with like the... I don't even know what they call that one, to be fair. It's an unusual key. Bearing in mind, I've got a smaller keyboard, so I might not have the key you're on about. Above the tab. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Maybe I don't have the key you're referring to. I don't have a full-size keyboard. You can do it in the notepad. Under the game.config, I think it is. I'll see the keyboard, do you? If I can. Only a small one. No, numpad. Nope. Oh, hang on, he's putting a message. So you see the 1? Yes, I've got the 1. Is it the button to the left of that? No, okay. If it's the button to the left of that, it's not working for me. Yes, to the left. Well, it's not working. Doesn't do anything. Small 2. What do you mean, small 2? Went on Discord. Here we go. Oh, send your keyboard on Discord. It's not free shipping, no. No. Like goodbye from Stranraer. Next point of reference will be Glasgow. See if I had a response. Yeah. Ever been to Scotland? Only the once. And even that was only briefly in just north of Carlisle. It was Gretna Green, that sort of area. Never been any further north than that, never had any need to. Don't have any intentions to, I don't think. One day I might. Like a weekend away or something somewhere. It's not worth it. You would say that. Now you've got a response, here we go. No, it's the button below the escape key. That's the one I've been pressing. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't do nothing for some reason. Don't know why. So I don't tend to go into the commands. Well, the console. If I go in the console, I do it in the notepad before starting the game. Try near shift, and the other one near enter. Screenshot. Nope, none of them seem to be working. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with the game, but I know Sia Bonga made a reference earlier that he didn't think there was enough traffic. To me, it's like, well, I don't really mind. I mean, I quite like it with the amount of traffic you get on the road. I thought it was in there as well. Oh, I'm going to have another look. Under gameplay, surely. Going back to that one anyway, it's not Christmas anymore. Then that up a little bit. Not in there. Won't be under anything else. But random road events up a little bit too. Where are we? Where is it? There it is. Up to like 50. I'm going to set that to skilled going forward, so I have to force myself to park. I don't know. I don't think it'd be in here. Surely not. What's that on custom? Strange one. Be on ultra. Definitely not in there. Definitely not going to be in the keys and buttons. Controls, definitely not. I don't know. You want me to turn that out to max? Oh my god. Random road events to 100%. Very well. We will do that. You want a mod for that? There's a lot of traffic depending on the time. 1080p low settings. It's in Steam. Shouldn't have 1080p low settings. Sure, it's 1440. Check again now. Actually, 16.9. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's upscaled. And then downscales it back, I think, for the monitor. So. Yeah, it's 4K. Everything is on Ultra. What can be on Ultra, I believe. It's a bit of an unusual one, Krasser. It can be done on G-Sync monitors. What it does is it syncs it, sort of. It's a bit of a weird one. It's hard to explain really, but what it does is basically it upscales it to 4K and then displays it on your monitor. It's bizarre. It's such a difficult thing to explain. Yeah, low settings for heavy. Google. without a doubt. Oops. Yeah, it's quite a difficult one to explain, but it can be done. He wants you to be his tech machine, lol. I think so, Gorgel. Not happening. Well, no. Considering where he lives in comparison to where I live, no. Absolutely not, unless he was paying me. Heavy has a very low spec system, yeah, he does. I think he tends to have a lot of components at pretty much end of life. Because the amount of problems that he's had with his PC since he's been a Discord member in my server has been quite, how can I put it, insane. I think he's had about 2 or 3 PCs in that time. It's like, wow. Okay, Steve, come fix my PC, I'll give you 20 grand. Not happening. I think I'd want at least 500 quid for the coverage to get to Belgium. 7th gen Intel, yeah, I know. It's very old school now. Lives in Belgium, Crozza. Have to cover the flight cost or ferry costs, plus accommodation. Does he have like an RX 580? No, I think he's got a Nvidia. No, I think it's a 10 series. Parents wanted to fly to Ireland before the Philippines. That is not happening. No, it's not happening at the moment, Quazza. Certainly not happening. Just about enough room to squeeze in there. I can't see happening so soon as 2025. I don't think it's going to happen, Quazza. I really don't. I know he said in his stream, I think it was about 2 or 3 days ago now, recent anyway, that he's got about half the money saved that he thinks he needs. I think he's on about saving like £1,500. I think he said he's going to be spending about £1,000 on flights. I think he's got to take the money for the passport out of that, which is like 80 odd quid, I think. I think he's expecting that he's going to be living on the Philippines for about 2 weeks. He thinks that all the food cost is going to be paid by Charmy and his family. I don't think he's going to be spending any money while he's there. I just don't get the logic in it. Sounds like to me what's going to happen is he's going to be there for 2 weeks and not see anything of the Philippines. If you're going to go out there, at least you want to do is make an event of it. You know, go to a few places, visit the sites. You know, it just makes no sense to me. I think it's a money crash. I don't think he's got a passport, to my knowledge anyway. I might be wrong, of course, but I'm sure he's having to get one. He should have already applied for it, really. But there we go. I would not waste all my money to see a girl. Well, the thing is, Gorgel, it's a long distance relationship at present, and until he actually visits and sees her, that's all it's going to be, at most. He will have to pay money, he will charm his facilities. All he wants is to, you know. Yeah. Personally, if it's a hot country, I don't mind laying back on a sunbed for 2 weeks. Well, you know, I would be one of those people that wants to explore, go around, see places, you know, see the sights, see, you know, sample food and stuff. Because that's the kind of thing I do whenever I go abroad. I wouldn't want to be sat on a sun lounger for 2 weeks, bored out my brain. It's not my cup of tea at all. You know, really not. Over again. I think I get bored at times though, especially for 2 weeks. That's not worth the money you paid for. Well, exactly. You know, maybe like 1 or 2 days if you were going away somewhere for 2 weeks and you stayed somewhere maybe all inclusive. You wouldn't mind staying on the site, you know, even around the pool and stuff. Or like 1 or 2 days to have a bit of a break, but the rest of the time I'd want to be going out exploring and doing stuff. You know. But after 5 days he'd be bored, probably. Well, that's it. If you're paying like £1,000 to go somewhere, you would want to be making the most of the trip. You're not wrong there. I love all-inclusive, get as much food as you like. Yeah, I don't tend to like that. I feel it's a bit of a con, all-inclusive. Because there's a lot of people out there who will take the mickey and literally eat and eat and eat and eat and don't stop eating. It's like, there's got to be a limit to it somewhere, you know. But, there you go. Having to love all-inclusive. Anyway, I've just realised that 4K makes things rather difficult for Truckee. Just going to drop it back down to 16.9 again on the just 1440, because that's stretching Truckee to make it a bit unlegible. So Truckee doesn't natively support 4K, which is interesting to know. Not properly anyway. But it is, as I say, it is quite amazing that this monitor can generate 4K. But it is downscaled. Be surprised what you can do with modern graphics cards these days with monitor support. Theoretically, it shouldn't be possible, but it is. See Charlie, he might as well go in first class. Well, I don't know whether that's his intention, Borgel, or not. I know he's going to have to get possibly, I think it'd be 3 flights, I don't think it'd be 2. Because he's got to fly from... Having said that, you can go from Manchester to Dubai on 1 flight. So that's probably what his intention's going to be with picking the Emirates. And then from Dubai to... Manila? I don't know to definite what the airport is on the Philippines he'd be flying to. Manila rings a bell, but I don't know whether that's correct. Sure, Manila's on the Philippines. Hello, Aaron. Mr. Fitz has entered the stream. 4070 Ti and a 4K, isn't it? Like a 1440p GPU. Well, it is, but it can still render 4K. And as you've just seen, it runs your ETS2, no problem. Imagine. Last fight, sorry sir, you don't have enough money. Well, I think he's planning on paying for flights in advance, Scorjo. I don't think he's going to want to pay the extra for first class. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea what his intention is. It's one of them though where, you know, as I say, until he actually boards that flight from Manchester, I'm dubious about it happening until the day that actually happens. You know, he's going to be broke after the flights. I went to Portugal on a flight. I spent £3,000, 3,000 to go to Portugal. Was this from Belgium? Or was this a holiday including flights and hotel and food and spending money? Was it all that? Ah, food as well. Rent a car, okay, yeah. Well, that can be quite expensive. Yeah, you can fly to Orlando from Manchester. Mr. Fitz knows all about that. He's done that before now. Go to Disney World, Florida. All the other parks at Orlando. Got my own house in Portugal. So have you got two houses, Gorgel? One in Belgium and one in Portugal? And do you own them both? Or do you pay a mortgage on one? You know, like in, well, what we call a mortgage in the UK, where you pay to own the property in Belgium. Do you rent your one out in Portugal? How does it work for you? Oh, you flew from Heathrow? I thought you flew from Manchester. Anyway, Aaron would still know about that. Because, well, no doubt he probably would have looked at Manchester as an option. US is beautiful. No. Oh, see, it's your parents' property, is it, in Portugal? Ah, I see. I assume your parents still live in Portugal now, as well. Yeah. I knew there would have been another way if you didn't go direct. This house is rented. Ah, I see. I come to Belgium too. Ah, I see. So basically, it's like a holiday home then for you lot now, essentially, in Portugal. Do you rent it? I take it you don't rent it out during the rest of the year. Like a holiday let. So tempted to overtake. He's doing my head in. Yes. Ah. So you make money back that way then. Already paid off the house. Never been to Portugal. Must admit, I do want to go abroad. Potentially this year or next year. Probably be next year, chances are. Or the end of this year. Once I've settled down, you know, got into my new industry and, you know, what have you. "25 years, house age in Portugal, I believe." Ah. Looks like a mansion. This is the A9, I think. Sure it is. You can check the map. Yep. It is. What's happened there? I'm going to the Canary Islands in March, April time to La Palma. That's somewhere else I want to go at some point as well. Canary Islands and Tenerife or somewhere. Quite a few places I've got noted down that I want to visit one day. Wouldn't mind visiting Florida. That's definitely somewhere I want to go at some point. Probably definitely got a few places in my bucket list that I want to attend at some point. Live in the farm off Civils. That's in Italy, right? Well, the Canary Islands? No, Spain. The time I go away abroad, at least once a year. Since COVID, that stopped, will start again last year. Yeah, well, that's my target for future years. I want to go away once a year abroad, and then have like a break somewhere in the UK once a year as well. Gives you a nice balance then. I've been to Mexico a lot in the Easter time. Mexico, that's not somewhere I would think I would go. I take it you went to Cancun, should I say. It's a tourist spot. That's the only one I can think of in Mexico that's a bit touristy. Too much cartel. Enter the chat, Sergio Perez. I haven't checked out how well these shorts doing yet. I've not gained any new subscribers, so I don't know whether it's took off yet or not. Depends where you go, really. Well, it's the same with anywhere, isn't it? Doesn't matter where you go abroad, you've got to be wary about what's going on. You know, it's one of them things. Best thing to do, really, is stick yourself to yourself. Stick with people you know. Stay as a group if you go with several people, and you know, make sure that you're aware of your surroundings. That's the best advice you can do, or best advice anyone can give to anyone going abroad, because you just don't know. I mean, you know, you're not a local, so you don't really know what crime's like. It's a bit of a gamble sometimes. A YouTuber filmed 3 days with Mexico cartel after he finished the video. He interviewed a hitman who killed 150 people. Ouch. My word. And when he went to the airport, the taxi broke down 3 times. That's a sign. Well, yeah. Turkey's one of those places. Yeah, Turkey's a bit hit and miss. There's some quite nice areas, you know, touristy spots, and then there's obviously some areas that are probably a no-go zone as well. But one of them. Most countries have problems like that. Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Yeah, that's... Brazil's one of those, isn't it? It's a bit of a... Again, it has its touristy spots. It has its rough spots. When I go buy a kebab, I get a lot of reload. I do like a good kebab on the odd occasion. I don't tend to have them very often. I had one for a long time. Must be at least a couple of years ago since the last time. Ah, just passing Inverness. America's also not great, anyone can own a gun. Well, this is true, Krasser. Italy's also dangerous with the mafia. Yeah, I don't think Italy is too major of an issue these days. UK's also dangerous with bad drivers. Well, yeah, it is. But it's the same in a lot of countries. A lot of bad drivers about these days. I mean, we have TV programmes in the UK, Car Crash TV and Caught on Dashcam. A lot of them videos that get sent to them are like from Eastern Europe and Russia. So I think they probably have worse driving than we do. UK is one of the best places. Why would you say that, Krasser? I'm intrigued to know your thoughts on that. Turkey's bad for driving. Yeah, it is quite bad, I believe. Super bad. You see those drivers on TMP, all Turkey. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Probably get their licenses at cereal box or from the nearest takeaway selling kebabs or something. Anything is road legal. Well, yeah. Well, it's just ran pretty well compared to other countries, to be honest. Crime's generally low. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, we do have a lot of problems in the UK, but we are quite fortunate that we're not a country that has generally bad crime, bad, you know, education's reasonably decent. You know, healthcare could be better, but it's not the worst. I mean, it's one of those really. We do have a lot of problems in the UK, which, you know, can't be fixed overnight. A lot of that is to do with because we've got such a high population and a lot of elderly population. It's one of those. I mean, you know, we are still quite lucky that we don't have to pay for healthcare. Granted, it can be a bit slow at times, the NHS, but you know, it is quite actively exploited by people from abroad, which doesn't help matters. That loophole, personally, I think should be closed, but there we go. You know, we can talk about that all night until you're blue in the face, but it's one of them, really. You know, Krasser does make a fair point. You know, we do have it quite good in the UK, all things considering. Lots of laws in place, yep. I prefer the US to the UK, I don't know why. Yeah, I get your understanding there. I mean, there is quite a lot of different things in the US that we don't have in the UK, yeah. US police are more strict in the UK, yeah. Well, that's one thing I think we do suffer with, is the police here they're not stringent enough. But that has a lot to do with the fact that the laws don't meet modern society, and the way courts work is they let people off too leniently and stuff like that, not stringent enough. I mean, we've got the NHS, yeah. At least you've got KFC and Taco Bell, we do. Okay, you've got to pay thousands for urgent healthcare. Well, this is it, you know. There's quite a lot of people in the US that can't afford healthcare. And if they don't have health insurance, they tend to find that they will, you know, self-diagnose problems and don't get things sorted. And that in itself probably means people turn into food, try and cope, and that's probably why America's got a major problem with obesity, but, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, true, I need to visit the UK sometime soon. Like how the UK you have to drive on the left side of the road. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, that, does it? I think in the UK it makes a lot of sense that we drive on the left side of the road. And to me, it feels weird to drive on the right. But we're literally one of the only countries in the world that drives on the left. I think Japan does. I think Australia does. Obviously Ireland does. I think New Zealand does as well on the left. A lot of the ex-British colonies tend to drive on the left. I think India does as well. Everyone else drives on the right. It's so weird how that happened. When you think about the US to the UK as micro centre, yeah, I mean, I wish you had them over here, that you could just walk into a freaking shop, literally in your nearest big city, and just buy PC components in like a major centre. You don't have to find a small shop in the back end of nowhere to get PC components. I go to the UK, should I blast my horn in Terence's house? It'd be funny if you did. Go to the UK, I'll probably visit London. Yeah, Cyprus is the other one. I was going to say, I think Gibraltar's the same as well. I think Gibraltar's on the left. How's the KFC in the UK? Generally, good, John's pretty good. I'd never had any problems with KFC in the UK. Food's quite good quality. Never had food poisoning from them. Don't really have any complaints. I don't believe in food poisoning, lol. What? But you don't believe it actually exists? I don't see the difference. Just have one way which is right all around the world. Some people get confused. Drive the wrong side abroad. That won't happen if everyone drives the same side of the road everywhere. Well, that's half the problem, I think. You know, it's a case of that, you know, people don't realise. I think there's quite a lot of people, you see it all the time on TMP. I don't think people realise when they go that we drive on the left in the UK. And I really fail to see why there has to be some, you know, some countries drive on the left, some drive on the right. There should be a universal thing. Personally, I'm going to be biased and say that everyone should drive on the left, because that, to me, makes the most sense. maybe I'm biased because I live in a left-driving country, but there you go. I mean, it's just, I don't know, I don't fully understand why there has to be, you know, a rule surrounding that. It should just be the same across the world. Right, makes more sense. You would say that. Right, I think I'm going to pick up a beverage and then take another load. I'm going to pick a job first. It's now put me back in Limerick, as I thought it would. So what I'm going to do for argument's sake is I think I'm going to move to Wick, assuming there's a garage there. I think there is. Yeah, there is. So I'm going to go to there. Start a job from there. Don't forget a drink. Aye. Indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. A beverage of some description. What should we take? 20 tons of oranges to Brussels. That sounds quite appetising. A driller to Chelmsford. Pays a bit more. Don't know really. Don't want to go to Iceland. I don't really fancy the excursion. Bergen. I mean, that's quite an easy job. Iceland will be a good one. I really can't be bothered with that tonight. Driving all across Iceland. I mean, I think I'll go to Gorgel's country of Brussels. But, we'll take that in a moment. Generate it quickly. Right, I will be back shortly. Hello guys. I've got to go and use on the end of the wood. Right. I've got what appears to be half a cup of hot chocolate. What it is, I've got one of those Tassimo machines where basically you put a pod in it and then it puts a hole in the packet. Well, the like cup. Looks like it's only gave me half a cup of hot chocolate, and there's plenty of water in it because I filled it up, so it looks like I've got enough pod. But oh well. So I've got half a cup, but it'll do. I won't make another one because it'll probably be over the cup. So right, oh yeah, I've got the generator job on now. Decent cold outside, a nice chocolate. Well, it's currently 1.6 degrees here, according to my weather station. This is an FYI. There you go, are you? You what? Nice Renault dealer. Well, let's take some oranges to Brussels. Schwarzmuller. Have you got any intentions of getting a VR headset? I don't think so, Crozzer. Not really my thing, VR. Not really ever had any interest in it. What do you prefer, dark chocolate or white? Considering I'm a bit of a chocoholic, I don't really mind any chocolate. To be fair, I'm not fussy when it comes to chocolate. At all. In any shape or form. Well, let's take this job to Brussels. Choose one, dark or milk. If I was going for one, I would say milk. I do like dark. I do like dark a hell of a lot, but if I tend to pick chocolate, more often than not I tend to go for milk chocolate. Particularly Alpine. Or Alpine, whatever it's called. One in the purple packet. I assume they have that in Europe. Really any chocolate, I prefer milk to dark. Oh yeah, I know dark has its health benefits. That's why I do tend to buy dark on the odd occasion as well. They have Lindt chocolates, those are good. They are very nice. That was a very close strike of lightning. I think that's the closest I've ever seen one in the game since they brought in the new update. Definitely loving the new lightning effects. Loud strike sounded like a bomb. It did. It's quite loud, that. I do like the new thunder and lightning effects. I really do. Top job for them. For that. I was getting stale, the old thunder and lightning, not gonna lie. Much better now. Have you seen those Quality Street paper wrappers? I have, yeah. I'm not a big fan of them. It just feels weird to open a paper wrapper. But I guess in 5-10 years time we'll look back at it and think any difference of it, I suppose. One of them, innit? They've done it so they can be recycled. That's all it's about. Which I fully approve of. Anyway, I didn't make a reference to my new motto earlier, simulation game at its finest. What do you guys think of that? Seems to be getting some positive comments from you guys anyway. So I've got rid of the strawberry cream. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one. The strawberry ones I tend to find in our household are always the last ones to get eaten. Nobody ever seems to eat. I don't mind, you know what I mean? I'm not a massive fan of them, but I will eat them because it's chocolate. So, you know, it's like, yeah, but everyone always seems to leave them to last. It's quite funny. Go for everything else but them. Then you end up with like 10 chocolate strawberry or strawberry ones in the bottom. It's like, I don't mind them, I prefer them to the purple one. I quite like the purple one. I like the green triangle as well. I do like the green triangle. Excuse me. Going 80 in a minute because of the road conditions. It's not exactly great to drive at 110 in rain. So, not on roads like this. Purple one's a bit plain to me. It's just like a nut. Well, it does have caramel in it. Oh, it should do. Well, I see what you mean. Yeah, it isn't exactly... Yeah, it's not for everyone. I just go for any. I don't leave any specific till last. Yeah. One of them really where, you know, everyone has their own favourite chocolates in the tins. Well, I say tins, they're not tins anymore, they're plastic, you know. I often like to eat different ones each time, not one I really like at once. Yeah, I tend to go for various different ones. I never tend to pick out the strawberry ones, as I say. They always seem to get left. But it broke down there, that's not great. Favourite flavour? Chips. Bag of chips, not potatoes. What? So you don't mean what we call crisps then? You mean like everything else, like corn and that sort of stuff? I assume you're referring to there. I have a tin of Quality Streets. My parents have the plastic box. So did he still make them in tin then, Quazza? I didn't know that. I thought they completely phased the tin ones out. Sure, crisps. If you're going for something that isn't potato, my favourite's probably got to be What's-Its. What we call What's-Its in the UK are like cheesy corn, that sort of stuff. Was it maize? One or the other. I can't remember what they are. I just eat them. If I was going for crisps, I would say it would probably have to be either kettle chips, any of their flavours, or something that isn't Walker's. Anything that isn't Walker's. I'm not a big fan of Walker's crisps. I just think they're awful. Any major outfit like Kettles or, you know, even like supermarket own brands. I much prefer them. Rustler's Burger. Yeah, we do have Rustler's Burgers here. I do quite like them as well. Do love a good barbecue rib. Rustler's Burger. Start speeding up now, we're getting a bit of straighter roads now. I bet Terence eats a lot of Rustler's Burgers. I don't think he does, to be honest. He has a very bland diet. Put it this way. Well, that's it, Krasner, they are, most of the time. Where I can, I tend to always buy own brand. Obviously, in certain things, there is a difference, you know. Like gravy. I don't buy cheap gravy. Same with coffee, I don't buy cheap coffee either, or cheap bread. But for likes of, you know, biscuits, crisps, that sort of stuff, yeah, I just buy the own brand. So there's no difference. Terence eats a lot of fast food, that's for sure. Already meals, eats scrambled eggs. Yeah, he does have a lot of scrambled eggs, particularly at the moment. Yeah, expensive bread's much better, yeah. Bread is something which varies, depends on what you like. Well, this is it, I'm not fussy with bread. But I do have other family members that are. So, it's like, well, it's either expensive bread or nothing. Favourite snack, Steve? Ooh, well. That's a difficult one for me, because I like pretty much everything when it comes to snack related. Mind you, I'm not really a fussy eater anyway. Snack, well. That's a tricky one for me, because I don't really have a favourite. I tend to, like, buy stuff whenever I'm in the mood for it. I don't tend to have a favourite. I like so much. I like specific breads for sandwiches like crusty rolls and ciabattas. Yeah, I quite like that. I quite like Morrison's salt and pepper bread. I don't know whether you've had it. Quite like them. And their salt and pepper rolls are... If I had a burger on top, I knew... Well, you're in heaven. Oops. That was a bit dangerous. Got that bridge slightly narrows there. Bread as in loaves, got to be Warburton's for me. Yeah, I can see why. I'm not fussy with bread, really. My favourite bread has probably got to be Hovis Granary in the form of a loaf. I feel like a good granary. Now this storm's ridiculous. Going on for miles. I haven't ate candy in a long time. How long's that go, John? You like sushi? That's probably one of the only things I'm not a fan of. I don't know, I just don't like it. I think it's the texture of it more than anything I don't like. I don't know. Fish I'll eat. I don't have a problem with fish or salami. Try again, scampi. That sort of stuff. I don't know, sushi. I don't know, I think it's just a texture. I don't like it at all. Terence, fish are friends, not food. I don't like sushi, fish on its own. I will eat breaded fish though. Yeah, I quite like breaded and battered fish. course small fish are not eatable, but bigger ones are. Why though? What? In terms of why they always get bigger fish? It's all to do with the fact they want to keep stocks about, isn't it? They don't want to take small fish away. Because then if they keep taking the small fish, there won't be any fish to replace them with. So it's like, well, you know, it's like, well, you know, that's the reason for it. Obviously people have pet fish, that's a completely different ballgame entirely. I think I must have missed what Gorgle was referring to there. Yeah, that's true. It is healthier than meat. But it's one of them, isn't it? There's quite a lot of people that don't eat fish. Meat is good though. I know where I work on a Sunday, I witnessed where it comes from. Do you work for a restaurant or something, Krazza? Like part-time or something? Or do you work for like somewhere that's puts it up or whatever? Beast, I'm running back. I do like this stuff, I'm not gonna lie, it's an absolute beast. You just throw it round, it's insane. Because it's so low to the ground. You can just throw it around. It's on the farm, then the slaughterhouse gets cleaned up, then sold to grocery stores. Well, yeah, that's exactly what the process is. A restaurant and there's like pheasants or some kind of bird hanging up in one of the fridges. When all the meat is stored, only on Sunday I do that job. Ah, I see. Yeah. Not a job I could do. You know, I eat meat and stuff like that, but I don't think I could sort them. I really don't think I could. Must be a really, I don't know, I don't suppose it's a difficult job. I just don't think it's not something for everyone. I mean, I don't know, just a bit of a, not something that I would do. Duck meat, I do like a bit of duck, quite like a duck curry on the odd occasion. My grandpa does slaughtering in Portugal in his own farm. Yeah, I suppose if you're brought up with it, you know, and you don't know any difference, it's one of those, you know, you can do it quite easily, but if it's something you've never done before in your life, I must admit, it must be difficult to do it. Love them a lot. I don't like Portuguese sausages. Why is that, Krazza? A lot of blood. Well, yeah, that's inevitable. No, no, it doesn't taste nice to me. It's different to the UK, but different pigs, I guess. Yeah, it'd be a different breed. That'd be why. Anyway, I don't really want to talk about that because it's really disturbing. As farm people, I don't really want to share what we do. That's fair enough. No, it is a weird thing to do. So... Well, yeah, of course it's normal, but what I mean, it's a weird thing to discuss about, I guess. It's not really something that ever tends to get discussed about. Now, people know it happens, but that's about it. You know, it's definitely something that doesn't ever get discussed in conversations normally. I don't mean it's weird as in, you know, it's weird that, you know, that it happens. Everyone knows it happens, it's just not something that tends to get talked about. That's what I'm referring to in that regard. Oh, he's been cutting the trees down around here. Greenpeace won't be happy. Go on, little daff, you can get up the hill. Shrimp's nice. It's not something I've ever had. I've never had shrimp. Probably one of the only likes of seafood and what have you I've never tried. Yeah, it's not really something that we tend to have much of over here in the UK. It's like prawns and shrimp and stuff like that. Prawns is obviously quite a bit more common. Shrimp and stuff like that is pretty expensive, to be fair. It's not tends to be something that people tend to buy. Yeah, lobster and crab I've had a sample of before now. It wouldn't be something that I would buy often. Put it that way. Because again, they're quite expensive here as well. But heading south, I think, on the M74, I think we are. Oh, the M9, sorry. So it becomes the M80, then the M74. So. So it becomes the M6. stick to 90 around here since there's a lot of bends in the road. This will be the last job, I reckon, judging by the fact that it's going to take me another 54 minutes to complete. You like the dipping cheese thing? Dipping cheese thing? You'll have to rephrase that. I think I know what you mean, but just in case. Dipping cheese thing. Vash and something. I think I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't mind them kind of things. I'd rather have a solid piece of cheese personally, but you know, it's not something I'd go out of my way and buy. But yeah, I'd have it. I don't want Glasgow, so move back over. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. I thought it was familiar, but I couldn't place exactly what language it was. I love cheese. I do love a bit of cheese myself. That's another thing I'm not really fussy on is cheese. Quite like a good bit of cheese. Don't really mind what. Sure, cheddar's probably got to be my favourite by a long way. Whether that be Canadian or like Somerset or whatever, Cheshire, whatever. Not fussy at all. Do often get red Leicester. Yeah, I don't tend to buy that as often as mature cheddar or anything like that. White cheese. There's a cheese shop reasonably close to me that I go to quite often for cheese, and they have a cheese in there that's got chocolate in it. One of these days I might buy it, see what it's like. That might be the first cheese that I'm not a particular fan of, because I mean cheese and chocolate together just doesn't sound right. But who knows, might be quite nice. Swiss cheese, yeah, Swiss cheese is really nice. Yeah, it's not sold in many places, Krasser. I've not come across it anywhere else before. So, Definitely not something you'd find in your typical supermarket. Or in any shop like that, for all that matters. It is only going to be your specialist shops that have it. Hello, Azareth. I don't know why I'm going into the middle lane again, but I am just bored of being in the inside lane. Or the outside lane, sorry. I think I do need to get over shortly anyway, thinking about it. I'm sure there's another junction after this one, somewhere. I'm drinking hot chocolate too. Very nice indeed. I've got a chocolate orange hot chocolate. Well, what's left of it? My boiler broke today. It chose a great time of the year to do it. That's not great to hear, Azza. Not with the cold weather about. You know what's wrong with the boiler? Emitting Ferrero Rocher. Oof, not had one of them in a long time. Quite expensive they are, to be fair. I don't tend to buy them very often. Thought I needed to get over. I'm not sure, I just noticed the water pressure dropping very quickly. Topped the pressure up 3 days ago and it's dropped to the point it just cuts off now. That's not good. Sounds like you've got a I don't know, could be a faulty radiator that's causing it potentially. Won't be a water leak, I wouldn't have thought. Have you booked anyone to come round yet, Azareth, to have a look? Lovely scenic view at top end of Cumbria. Well, lower part of Scotland. Still in Scotland? Have we moved out? Oh, no. Well, we're just about in Scotland. Just about to go into Cumbria. Trying to get the layers on there. I'm going to get someone to check it tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. He's a tech, electrician, water tech, everything with that with tech. Now I know a bit about boilers, a little bit. Terence too. Well, yeah, I think he had his boiler serviced recently or something. I think it broke down, didn't it, I believe? Just figuring out, I was going to pull in at Carlisle and get my truck fixed, but I guess I'm not doing it there now. I think I'll take a quick detour into Liverpool and get it fixed on the way down. Just joking. I I know he has had a repair done on it recently, of some description. Got banned for driving in my city, lol. Oh, hello, Brett. Hello, Mr. Fire. Nice truck, Brett. Ah, yes. Brett command. Just had to deal with Mark and Terence, lol. Oh dear, what's happened there? That's good, Gel told. Oh look, another Brett Cullen truck. Well, he is supposed to be here, Lauren, but he's still going about his day and business as if he isn't. Mark's saying to Charmy that me or you are in a relationship, lol, so you may want to harm him. Oh. I will go over to Mark's house and trash his Dell that I fixed for him before Christmas. Oh dear. I'm surprised Dean's not come forward to me yet about getting his PC fixed, Brett, because I know Mark mentioned it to me when he come to pick his PC up that he's having some temperature issues with it. I'm surprised he's not come forward yet about that. I don't suppose whether he said anything to you about it while you were with him, did he? Let me know when and I'll join in. Horsty is minding his own business, so I know. It's a running joke, Gorgel, with everyone in the group that me and Brett are in a relationship. It's so annoying. Oh look, a Mondeo. Beast. Probably worth asking Mark about it. He never mentioned about it, lol, but he was too busy abusing me, so that's probably why, lol. Oh dear. Ah, coming around to the junction with Lancaster. And the Hesham turn off for ferries to Ireland and the Isle of Man. Oh, hello, Lidl. Give us a piece of bread. Oh, they've updated the signage for the services in the UK. We've actually got real branding now. That's interesting to know. It actually gives you the branding on the service signs about what's at each one of them. Burger King, Costa, M&S. It's quite interesting. Surprised they added that in. They've actually made it look reasonably realistic as well, like it would do in real life. I'm quite impressed by. I hope that person was able to afford their Mondeo. Really, Brett, get out! That's the Southport turn off. Skelmersdale. Do they have the Ford Focus on this? I think they do, yeah. I think I've seen one before. I think it's the older style though. I don't think it's a newer one. Actually, it's not that one I need. It's this one. Remember correctly, I think IKEA's on this side of the road. I think it's on this as well. Hopefully you're still able to focus on your driving when you see one. Oh god. Really? Shut up. Get out. So how was Terence feeling when you went out earlier then, Brett? There's IKEA. I've been to that IKEA in real life. Although it's not this close to Liverpool. Just go to no-go gel from now on, lol. He was whinging about being in pain as usual. Yeah, well, he needs to hound his doctors. Simple as. Or go to the A&E or walk in or something. He needs to do something about it. I don't think I could put up with that until March, until he gets seen for a specialist. Said this, you can't just sit around and wait till Marty needs to do something about it. Well, this is it, but I don't think he will. So you like this staff? I do quite like this staff, to be fair. I do like the XD. It just feels it even though it's a lot smaller and closer to the ground, it just feels so much nicer to drive. You can throw it around because it's lower to the ground. You haven't got the weight distribution higher off the ground, so you don't have to worry about tipping it over. It's really nice. One of these days I might get my fleet of drivers sorted out as well. Brown Logistics. They're a real life company. Right, time to go up the M53. Could have stayed in and rested. Well, you're not wrong there, Aaron. He could have done, but this is Terence we're talking about. I know he was saying he was going crazy looking at the same walls every day. I'm glad it isn't me with it, because I'd be 100 times worse. I'd go mad just looking at the same walls 2 days in a row, lol. Well, yeah, you do. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I mean, some people it does. I don't know, he needs to do something about it, because the medication clearly hasn't helped any. Or if it has, it's got worse again since. So, I don't know. Doesn't bother me with walls, at least it's keeping you warm and safe. Well, that's true. There is that to look at. Said he's been better since he stopped the medication than when he was on it. Find that strange. I don't know. I just find it odd that he says he feels better since he stopped the medication. So clearly the medication isn't right. Or whatever they think it is isn't correct. I'd love to know what he's suffering with, because I've never known anyone to be that bad. I don't know. I thought initially it was some sort of chest infection or bronchitis or something. But the thing is, that wouldn't last this long, so I don't know. The only other thing it could be is potentially likes of, I don't know, some sort of like cyst or something in his throat somewhere. Or like an ulcer or something like that. It's got to be something along them lines. For him to be, obviously, originally coughing up blood, whether that's still the case, I don't know. But I don't think he is now, I think it's just a cough. But I don't know. Could have inflamed his voice box or something. Something's not right. But if it was me, I'd be annoying the NHS every day until I got it sorted. 6 weeks. Yeah, I think he's had it about 6 weeks now, something like that. Might be a bit longer, to be fair. I'm only guesstimating that. If we go anywhere on Saturday, it'll likely be Southport. It won't be Southport. It might end up being St Helens. I don't know what time I'm back on Saturday yet. No, okay. Well, either way, I don't mind where we go. It's broad days long for me. Doesn't really matter. Southport, St Helens. Doesn't matter really. Just as easy to get to either or. Slow down now, the rains, I think. Ah, hello big man Ben, welcome back to the channel. My best Clarkson impression. This'll be interesting. Why did you come in front of me and then slam on? Oh right, we're in an 80 zone, that's why. I'll let you off then. Speed camera there. Anyway, Ben, have you noticed something in Discord? Oops. know why. Have a look at Discord. So I have no idea what time I'll be back. Depends on traffic, etc. Right, very well. I will leave it for Ant and Aaron to make the decision on that one. I assume Aaron's coming. Now I'm in bed. Just tell me. If I tell you, it'll take the fun away. No, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to look. Long gas trek to Stansted and back, lol. That sounds like fun. In a moment. Okay. I might be in trouble in a few moments' time. It's worth it though. I don't mind long. I like the long trips. .677 kilometres to drive. Last job this one. Expected delivery time of 23:50. Alright, traffic up ahead slowing down. Quite good this. It reacts to the traffic up ahead. Slows you down. I mean, in a way it's a good feature, but in another way it's actually quite annoying. But I like it because it's good if there's like roadworks ahead. So keep it on. A lot has changed in your Discord, YouTube art. Well, yeah. All been done now. The only thing I need to focus on a bit now is my socials page a bit more to try and get it a bit more to be liking. And I think that's it. Now in my download section I'm going to make a few changes in there as well. Ben's not come back yet, so I'm a bit worried. Well, we've gained a new subscriber, so thank you to whoever has subscribed. I only just noticed that while looking at the stream. Which I don't tend to do very often. I tend to only look at the chat. Big thank you to whoever that is, if you are still here. Keep going. When are you planning to stream on Kick? I plan to start it tomorrow. I was going to start it today, but I haven't got around to sorting out software I need to use yet to do so. I was going to do it today, but I haven't got around to sorting it out this afternoon, so I think I'll get a test it after this stream tonight. Probably do a quick test stream, just to make sure it's working okay, at least from YouTube and Kick's side, and then I'll test it properly in the stream tomorrow. We'll be back momentarily, getting off the bus now. Right, no worries, Brett. Hello, the Oracle GH. Welcome to the stream. I take it my comment was filtered. I assume so, Ben. I take it you've noticed what I was referring to. I assume there's a reason why that truck's moved over. In fact, there isn't. There's nothing there. He's moved back again. Why did he move over then? A sub thanks to whoever did that. Yeah, I believe so. Not sure who it was, but whoever it was, it's a big thank you from me. When I used to use Streamlabs OBS, sometimes if they had their subscription set to public, you could see who it was because you had like a mini feed. You don't get that on OBS. So, it's a bit pot luck, whether you can work out who it is. Could be that Oracle guy, to be fair. So not the picture of the keyboard with a spacebar wasn't a joke, I'm missing something here. Now that wasn't a joke, Ben. Have a look at the members list on the right side of your screen. Behave yourself, here, there's a police car. Let's head towards Dartford. He's getting slow. That's one way to overtake. Three lanes. Chill stream, I agree. I do like a good ProMods stream. It's always very nice to drive ProMods. Such a pleasure. I do like these type of streams, I really do. I think I'm going to do a CD road stream on Sunday evening. So if you want to see that, guys, and you are new, why not consider subscribing if you are. Hit the bell and you'll be notified when I go live. Turn off the Chelmsford. I'll slow down for the bridge. Pick up the speed going downhill again. Welcome to Kent. Should be able to see Red's house from here. Long now before we reach the Channel Tunnel. Words can't describe what I would say to you right now. Oh dear. It's not happy. Quite funny though. Ooh, Ben is not happy at all. It's very ironic, isn't it, Stephen? I don't know. I find it quite funny. Don't know why. It's probably because of the, I don't know. Perhaps it's a little bit of revenge for the comments from the other day. Revenge my arse, I did nothing wrong. What do you keep saying? Oh, for God's sake! That was bold of me. Got a trailer, don't forget. Oh dear. I has returned, says Brett. I'll come back. Right, I've heard enough of you already. I'm going to bed. Bye, Ben. Thanks for tuning in, Ben. I don't even know what Ben put when Mojo deleted his message. Oh, yes, I do. The, What? What the? It's like a roundabout. Yeah, I went the wrong way round it, apparently. Yeah, I didn't even know it was a roundabout. That's like... You did what? I'm always listed. Oh, I see. So was it a ruse for Ben leaving? I said he was going to leave and he didn't. Now, this has changed a little bit since I was last here. Hi, Ben. In fact, it's changed a heck of a lot, actually. This is completely new, this bit. Completely changed design. Yeah, this has changed a heck of a lot. This side of it. Still got to drive onto the train though, which I quite enjoy. Quite enjoy having to drive on. Apple. let's go to Calais. And it's still raining on the other side. This job pays a lot. It's not bad. Quite a good job, this. Hang on a minute. I'm used to going that way. I didn't realise the road's completely different now. Well, that I wasn't expecting. So I'm used to turning right there. I didn't realise you can't. Having said that, there's a road here. Where does this go? Oh, there is a road here. Oh, okay. So I'm going to tick off a road that's not actually on the map. That's quite clever. Anyways, I'm going to go offline, Steve. I'll see you tomorrow for more American Truck Sim. No worries, Cordial. Thanks for tuning in. Ridiculous how cold it was today. I only managed to record at Hunts Cross because of it. Next time I'll have my gloves with me. Yeah, you might want some gloves with you, Brett. It's getting quite cold now. Should be a bit warmer, I think, tomorrow and the end of this week before it gets cold again at the weekend. So, I don't even know where this road goes. So it'd be interesting to see where it links up. Links up here. It goes into a petrol station by the looks of it. I don't need fuel, so... Well, I say I don't need fuel, I might as well get some. My hands are absolutely freezing today. The problem I have is my phone screen doesn't pick up touch from my gloves, which is annoying. You can get touch screen gloves, but they're not exactly the cheapest thing to buy. Glad I've ticked off this road anyway. I have to work out which way I need to go here. Roundabout. Should we follow the map arrows? Have to manage at best when I'm out. Signage. It's not particularly helpful. I'll work out which way I need to go. I assume I'm going to need to go left when I can. I don't even know where this goes. Yeah, there's only one way I can go, and that's back towards the terminal. Ah, great. So, now hang on, this is another road. Is this leading onto the motorway? Yeah, it is. So literally, I've took the route. There's a completely blank passage that wasn't shown on the map, and now I'm going to have to do a U-turn. Pretty much back where I started. Hello. Never mind. That's assuming I can't do a U-turn anywhere around here. Assuming I can't. There's a roundabout ahead. And I went the wrong way because I'm an idiot. I'm going to cut off across. So we're having to do a U-turn again somewhere else. We have to get used to this new channel tunnel system because it's completely changed. And it's pretty much now how I remember Calais as it is. So imagine if they actually brought this version of Calais and Dover into Truckers MP, it'd be chaos. Absolutely chaos. People will just get lost, they won't have a clue where they're going. Found a new back passage now. Don't know where this is taking me. It's like I'm having a scenic journey around Calais at the moment. Get to the drop point at some point. Back on track now. Might be in, eh? Fair enough. Just 5 kilometres to go. Next location we should pass, I think, is Dunkirk. I think it's in the game now. ProMods. Into the fast lane in a truck. I know it's illegal, but oh well. It's not anymore anyway, so. over now. We've entered into Belgium, into the territory of Flanders, or county or state, whatever it is they call it over there. I was going to move over, I don't need to. Oh, that lane was ended. A couple of minutes till the drop off point now. 38 kilometres there shortly. Welcome to Brussels. Sprouts are vile. Yeah, you're not wrong there. I'm not a big fan of them myself. Washed up vegetable fart balls. Oh, you're not wrong there. Exactly what they are. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have gone down there. I didn't realise. No, keep going round the roundabout. Go back on myself. Oh, I can't. Now. So what? For all purposes of laziness, I'm just going to do this. As if that's not a full roundabout. You think it would be, wouldn't you? Never mind. Certainly done a nice job with Brussels. I don't think I've actually been here on ProMods yet. I think this is the first time. Quite a lot of places I've not been to on ProMods yet. Start ticking them off, really. There's a drop-off. Oh, it's there. Oh, interesting place to put a drop-off. It's a new one. Well, that's certainly an interesting place to finish anyway. €5,000 penalty. Ouch. Well, that levels me up in here. It's 211. Well, a big thank you guys to everyone that's tuned in tonight. If you are new here and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to the channel. If you are new and want to subscribe, make sure you do hit the bell as well. You'll be notified any future content I upload. Till tomorrow, guys, I will see you all for a American Truck Simulator stream. If you are free, that will be on live on the channel from 9:30 tomorrow. So until then, big thank you to everyone that's tuned in. Hope everyone has a good Wednesday.